Hey everyone, this is Saito, and in this video we are going to see everything that will be going on in the version 2.0 in Wuthering Waves. We will talk about all the new leaks about the game, I will tell you everything that we know for now. If anything new will happen in the future, I will let you know, but for now I think we already know like 99% of what we need to know. So without any more hesitation, let's jump right into the video. But before that, please consider to subscribe. We're almost at 200 subs, we're only 50 subs away, so it will be very nice to get them before 2025. And if that happens, I will make a special video about Genshin Impact that will last quite a lot. Okay, now let's get into the video. So let's start with the thing that we all want the most, new characters. We will have two new 5-star characters, which are gonna be Rocha and Carlotta. Let's start with Carlotta. Carlotta will be a nice character and she's gonna use a lot of guns. She most likely will be a main DPS and her main gimmick is about her resonance operation, because once you do it, she will change all of her gameplay and you will just trigger a second resonance operation that will be even stronger than the first one. Something I really like about her is that she's going to be much more dynamic compared to characters that use the guns like Alto or Chiscia, so less of a zoning and more like a dynamic gameplay, which is very nice. As for Rocha, she's going to be very interesting, she's going to be an AVO character, and she mainly focuses on using her forte to make some plunge attacks, so something pretty similar to Zhao in Genshin Impact. As for the banners, we already know all the 5-star and 4-star characters that will be in them. In the first half, we will have Carlotta and Jeji, and for the 4-stars, we will have Mortofi, Chiscia, and Sanwa. I think that this is very nice because they are both very powerful and also ice, but the first one is a main DPS while the other one is a sub DPS, so it's very nice because I think that Jeji will be a very powerful sub DPS for Carlotta, so if you have enough gems you could pull for Carlotta and also Jeji and build a very powerful team on the spot. I think the 4-stars are also very nice. Sanwa is very powerful with Camellia, Chiscia with Zhongli, but also Mortofi being good in almost any team. For the second half of the banners we will have Rocha and Jishi, and for the 4-star characters we will have Danjin, Yuhu and Wanwu. The 4-stars are very interesting because Danjin is very powerful as a main DPS, Yuhu is also pretty fun, so I think it's gonna be a struggle for many players to pull for their characters because all of them look very nice. These banners by far look like the best ones that we got since Out of Time, and I'm glad that we are finally having some double banners, and I'm kind of bored of having Camellia just sitting there for like half a month, so it's good that we will have more than a 5-star. Now let's talk about the skins, because we will have two new skins in the version 2.0. The first one is going to be a paid skin for Jishi, which will cost, bear with me, 3,280 crystals, but on a discount it's 2,680 crystals. Now if you go to the shop without a top-up bonuses, you will have to pay 60 euros. Don't do that, man. Do not do that, please. Don't spend 60 bucks for a fucking skin, please. Like, generally, don't do that. It looks like a war crime. This feels illegal to do. If you really want it, I guess use the discount, because I will never wish that upon any of my enemies. Paying 60 bucks for a skin feels like a crime to me. But does it look good? It looks very nice. The dragon will look much cooler, it will be like pinkish, and also the attacks will change as well, including the liberation, where she will just make a trail of lanterns while doing it. So it looks very nice, the price is insane, but it does look very cool. And I guess it's also fair for them to make some very nice skins, because they also need to gain some money. As for the 4-star skin, we will have a free Sanwa skin, which will look very nice. Unfortunately, it does not have any like special effect, but for a 4-star skin it already looks very gorgeous, so I think it's completely fine. The skin is very nice, no particular effect, but it does look very cool. Now for the quality of life updates, we are going to see something that is very nice. First of all, you will be able to change Rover's gender with a 1-day cooldown, which you already know what that means. If you're drooling over Camellia, over the Shorekeeper, you won't need to anymore, because you did choose the female Rover at the start because she looks much better, but now you're fuming because you're watching two lesbians while you want to be the male. And yes, I do speak from experience, so now you can change to the male Rover and vice versa with a 1-day cooldown. I think it's very nice. It's not like not lore accurate or anything like that. I don't think it really matters if the rover is male or female, so that's very nice. Another very important quality of life update is going to be the material exchange. So if you have a lot of cores but you don't have enough rings, then you can use some cores to make the rings. So if you're lacking some materials, you can change the other materials into that one. For example, howler cores will become rings, or whispering cores will become howler cores, and yeah, that's it. The only problem is that it will take 50% of what you're doing, so you will need the 2 howler cores to make a ring, but I think it's completely okay, because everyone hates farming for those fucking rings. Another good update is going to be an upgrade to the databank, which will reach level 24. And that was kinda obvious because with the new map we are going to see a huge amount of new echoes, but I will talk about them very soon. So new levels, new rewards, that's it. And also we will be able to use the Echo Quick Lock, which is very nice. We always need these new quality of life updates on echoes. And lastly we have the no UI option, which I guess is pretty nice for like videos and stuff. I don't don't really like it and never used it. I prefer watching what I'm doing, but if you are someone that prefers the no UI option, then you will be free to do that. As for the events, there is honestly too much stuff to say, so we'll just tell you that there will be 18 new events. You can read them on the screen. I don't really know what all of them means. Some of them are just fully fleshed out events, others are just companion missions, but in the end, a lot of events, a lot of rewards. Now for the echoes, we will have 4 new sets. Now some of the effects are not really clear, such as this one that increases the annihilation damage by 10%, which is the Knight's Hidden Veil, but I feel like it's just a bad translation, so it's probably Havoc, and same goes for Condensation, which is just ice damage. So the Knight's Hidden Veil at 2 pieces increases your Havoc damage by 10%, and at 5 pieces after you do your outro skill you will deal some more damage, and also you will increase the Havoc damage of the next character by 15% for 15 seconds. So is this better than the one that we currently have? I don't know, I feel like the one that we currently have is like way better if you're a main DPS that has to stay on the field, but I guess this new one is more for like a sub DPS, such as sub DPS Danjin, that will stay on the field for a few seconds, but then she will eventually swap and give some buffs to your next character, which is nice. Then we have a Heart of Determination, which first of all increases your skill damage by 12% at 2 pieces, and then at 5 pieces within 6 seconds after casting Resonance, your ice damage bonus will be increased by 30%, which is a lot, and also same goes for your Resonance skill damage. So this is a huge buff, but only for 6 seconds, so I believe that it's gonna be much more powerful in like very fast teams. Of course, these 2 sets are only meant for Carlotta and Rocha. They are new released characters, so it's normal that they have some new sets like Genshin does. So I guess it's nice because we haven't seen some new sets in so much time. And now we have the Song of the Heavens, which increases your resonance efficiency by 10% at 2 pieces, and at 5 pieces the damage caused by your current character coordinated attacks are increased by 80%. And when they do a crit hit, the attack power of the character on the team is increased by 12% for 4 seconds. Now I'm not really sure what this means, but once we get closer to the actual 2.0, I will make maybe a new video where I just explain to you better these things that will be translated better. And lastly we have Courage Without Fear of Waves, which increases your health by 10% at 2 pieces, and at 5 pieces if you have a shield, which is not something very common unless you're using the Bellborn Geosolon, your max HP will be increased by 12%, and when your health decreases you will increase also your crit rate by 5%. That will last for 15 seconds and will be stackable up to 3 times. Now I'm not sure how good this actually is because it looks very like situational. The first thing that comes to my mind is like making a Star Platinum main DPS, which is very fun. Maybe I will try this set on the Shorekeeper, but I'm not actually sure how good this actually is. But I do feel like they're gonna just put a new character that will have this as their gimmick, so we shall wait and see. And finally we have the Echoes. So right off the bat I need to say this because it's going to be very important. Echoes in general will have a huge buff. If you use the Echo and then swap, then the Echo will still remain on the field. As of right now, if we use an Echo and then switch, the Echo will just disappear. But in this case, this will just make the Echoes way more dynamic and also much more powerful, because you can dodge as an Echo, you can do much, you can just deal damage, and that can be a huge problem. So you could just use the Echo, swap, and then start dodging with the new character. Also for the new Echoes, we're going to see some very cool ones. One of them is going to be the Echo of like a final boss in the story. One of them does remind me of the Shorekeeper. Maybe we'll see something about it, I'm not really sure. One of them is a huge robot dragon, so it's nice. And lastly, the Tempest Mephis and the Inferno Rider will have some new attacks. The Tempest Mephis will have this cool attack where he jumps and throws a lightning bolt, and also another attack where it's pretty slow but it will deal a lot of damage, and yeah, that's it. As for the Inferno Rider, it will have a new attack where it will jump onto the air and deal AoE damage. And yeah, we can also see some models, and that's pretty much about it. And that's it for the video. I won't really talk about the map because I don't know what to say. Like, it's gonna be pretty big, I guess. Like, I don't want to go talk into any kind of detail that has been leaked about the map. I much prefer to talk about stuff that will be very functional, you know, echoes, characters, all of that. But if many people like this video, I will probably make another one where I will just talk about the newest stuff about Rinascita. And yeah, that's it. If you enjoyed it, remember to like and subscribe because we are almost at 200 subs, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!